Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode in the studio. We've not been in here for quite a while now, have we? Before I do go any further, I've got to say, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the bell. I don't know what the bell does. What does the bell do? Oh yeah, it reminds you that an episode's gone out. So do all that, and thank you to those that have subscribed. Good episode today coming up, I hope. We're going to introduce you to one of our new members on the guitar show. This guy is fantastic. Well, you might remember him from a place called Absolute Music in Bournemouth, but I stole him. And well, let's enough chatter. Let's get him on now. We're going to talk about a little bit about what he's doing on the show, and a bit about his instruments and things like that. It's going to be very good. So let's get him on board. I've just bought this, by the way. This is brilliant. Watch.
Whoa! Phil!
Have you got one of those?
I was just enjoying my lunch, mate.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What's going on?
It's great. Did you like that? I bought it this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll show you again later if you want. It's brilliant. This is Lee Williams, everybody.
Hey.
Lee Williams used to work at Absolute Music.
I did.
And we kind of put you in a flight case, carried you out of there, and that's it.
They're looking for me now.
You're here.
Scar in the back room. Where is he?
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry guys. He's here now, he's here. So yes, Lee's on the show now, and you play guitar,
yep,
acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass guitar, vocals.
Yep.
You're doing quite a lot on the show, aren't you?
You've got me working hard.
Yeah, quite a lot on the show, quite a lot. But what have you done before, Lee?
All sorts.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I've I'm a guitar player, bass player, bit of everything. Played in bands, lots of recording. The usual path of any keen and eager muso out there, I guess.
Yep.
From humble roots, writing and recording songs and dreaming of being a rock star, to coming crashing down to reality and realising the perils of mortgages and life and everything like that, and doing my absolute best to not get a normal job.
Yeah.
And somehow that has led me on a path to
being here.
I've
actually known you for quite a few years, haven't I?
You have indeed. Yeah.
I think Lee sold me. Lee's down the river. No, Lee sold me lots and lots of things at Absolute Music in Bournemouth, and yeah, and rightly so. You know, it's a great store, it's a great shop, and I bet there was sad to lose you actually.
We used to rub our hands when we saw you coming. Here comes Walker.
To be honest, they still do.
Get that bag of nails out of the back room. Let's see what we can sell him.
Speaking of bags of nails, in a few weeks' time, in fact, it was 2 days ago, I made a purchase at Absolute Music, a rather special one. So there's going to be a video on that really soon. But this video's about Lee anyway. So, should we talk about some of your instruments that you play on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a job where I get to use so many guitars, or be around so many guitars. The shop almost included there. I think you're catching up with most shops, so...
I think, well, definitely, absolutely, because I keep buying their stock.
You do?
So yeah, definitely. But so let's talk about one of the guitars.
Okay. Well, should we?
Well, I've got one here.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got one here, and there we go. Let's start acoustic.
Oh, starting off pleasant.
Nice.
Yes.
I love the finish on that.
Yeah. This is a Faith Venus high gloss. So the Venus is the sort of auditorium body size. It's not too big, not too small. Venus high gloss because it's finished right the way around, and it's got the rosewood back and sides.
I love the binding on it. Yeah,
solid flamed maple, that is.
Wow.
Solid flamed maple. Yeah.
It's so light as well.
We used to sell these. The shop still does, but I used to sell these and worked quite closely with the guys at Faith, and yeah, they were just. We all saw them as exceptional value for money. It's an all solid wood construction, so in the world of acoustic guitars, that's an important thing. There's no laminates in it. Handmade in Indonesia, I should add. But there's,
lots of things are handmade in Indonesia.
Got some great hands in Indonesia.
Yeah, they're good as anywhere else.
Shadow Electronics, Graphtec Appointments, Grover Tuners, like really high tuners.
Are they wood?
They are. That is ebony, solid ebony bridge, ebony board. rosewood peg head, like literally the spec just on paper holds up against guitars twice its price. So pretty taken by it, and it's been serving me well for
Very nice.
I don't know, 3 or 4 years or so now.
Very nice.
And it does the job nicely in the show, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds lovely, actually.
Yeah.
Well, what do you use it on?
Use this on the Shadows.
The Shadows.
Obviously, you're out front being Hank with the Fiesta Red Strat, so...
But no wigs or glasses?
No.
No, just the guitar sound?
I'm doing my best to get the feet moves right and play everything in time.
You're very good at that. Yeah, very good at it. No, we go for the authentic sound, so as everybody knows, Apache and Foot Tapper, I do believe, the originals were on acoustics, the rhythm parts.
Yes, yeah.
Not a Faith one, but...
Not a Faith, no. So yeah, we use it on that, and then we do our...
acoustic-y opening of the second half.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, where we have a little bit of fun and acoustic jam, which is always a good start for the second half.
Yeah. Can I use my new thing again?
Yeah, go for it.
You ready?
What's going to happen? I'm kind of worried. What's going to happen? What? I need to get me one of those.
eBay.
You need to go careful with those.
eBay. I've got to be careful. Yeah. You don't know who you're going to end up with or what they'll be holding.
Lucky dip.
Yes. Now, this bass, obviously this is your main bass in the show. You do use the old Fiesta.
I do. Yeah.
Which, to be honest, nobody's seen it yet. It's got the. I've changed the pick guard on this. Look. Ooh.
Very nice.
Cool. I'm gonna put it back.
Yep. So I get my grubby mitts on that for Les Paul.
For the Les Paul section, yeah. Even I play that bass as well on.
Or Les
song.
Sorry, I got to think about it. We did a video at Absolute all about the Les Paul, and the #1 comment we got was from American people telling us that we pronounce his name wrong.
Oh.
Because we say, and they say, you say Les Paul, like. Just got loads of grief for it, because apparently his name's Lester.
Lester,
so it's short for Lester, so it's Les. It's Les Paul. Anyway.
So to all the American people who might be watching, Les Paul section. We don't mean to offend. So now I get the feeling that, I mean, this is your main bass on the show, but I get the feeling this is a transitional bass for you.
I don't know.
Because you keep talking about, I saw a nice jazz bass the other day. I've been looking.
I'm a sucker for a P bass. Like if I had one bass, it would be a P bass. All my favourite bass players are P bass players, and I just, in my opinion, I can't beat it. I also like P bass necks. I have gangly long fingers, so I like the big necks.
I agree with you there, yeah.
However, there is something undeniable about a jazz bass, and the ultimate pairing for me is having both, so that you can kind of...
Who's got one for sale, guys?
Let me know. I'm pretty specific, but let me know.
Always going to be fussy.
So, what we've got for now is PJ. This is the...
Best of both.
Yeah. It's the... I forget the model. It's the Squeer.
It's... I've got to be honest, when he first brought this onto the show, I was like, Squires are great, don't get me wrong, really, really great. Toby, who you all know, Toby had a Squire, I want to say classic vibe, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's
70s, 70s classic vibe, and he had a lot of trouble with that. The tone pots were, the nut went, lots of problems, and I thought, Squire, well, it'll put him on through rehearsals, but my God, this bass sounds amazing. It sounds fantastic.
I got to try a lot of basses, and a lot of guitars in general, so every time I made a purchase back at the old job, it was normally pretty well thought out, because I was just trying guitars all the time and getting exposed to a lot of stuff. So when I bought something, I was normally pretty keen that I liked it. And this just stood out. I tried things that were twice its price, 3 times its price.
I think it looks cool.
Well, I put the tortoise pick guard on.
Oh, that's an addition.
It is. They come with a black one, and
okay.
I love the '60s custom colour fenders. That is the bee's knees.
That's kind of why I put a tortoise guard on mine. I just love the look of
it. There's not much that doesn't get better with the addition of a tortoise pick guard. But it's a PJ as well. I rarely use the jazz pickup in the show. There's a couple of points.
Oh, okay.
Like when we do Bad Love. The fretless intro. We sort of do a pseudo fretless thing. I think Pino played that on a Music Man. I think it was his fretless Music Man back in the day.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
And there's a couple of points as well, like when we do the Pink Floyd bit and we get a little bit funky. Yeah, the jazz bass is cool, but most of it P-bass pickup.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is it's holding up well. It's
a lot lighter than my bass.
It is comfortable, I must admit.
Yeah.
You know, having to go between guitar and bass is an interesting one, because you get locked in a mindset and your fingers get set a certain way.
I know what you mean. I play bass on one song in the show now, and that's almost harder.
Yeah,
because you're playing guitar all night, and then bass, and then straight after that we've got Steve Vai on.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm playing bass most of the time, so when I jump to guitar, it's like the strings and everything feel really light. So I think this being a slightly lighter bass, it's not the biggest neck. That kind of just makes things a little bit easier.
I think that is, it's a little bit. Mine's a 50s vintage, and I think yours is sort of in between.
It's somewhere
jazz and that. Isn't it?
It's somewhere, but it's not. It's wide like a pea here, but it's kind of a little bit slimmer at the back.
What's that?
What's that?
What have you got on there?
That's me. Well, this is my gadget. This is my pick dispenser, because there's a few points in the night where I need to use a pick. Steve Vai, for instance.
Do you throw them out with people?
I do. Get my jeans.
I don't. I can't afford to. If I do that, I have to ask for them back.
Well, your picks are so light, they wouldn't fly anyway.
They don't really go that far, to be honest. No, they're a bit of paper.
There's a couple of points in the night where we just do a couple of little party tricks and things, don't we? And I need to use a pick. Very often, I'm nowhere near my mic stand at that point, so I can kind of discreetly jump over to a pick, and then they rarely go.
And sometimes when he goes to his mic stand, he doesn't have any picks left anyway.
Well, this is also true. And
that might be my fault.
Yeah.
There's a part in the show, at the end of the show actually, where we Toby and Lee sing, and we come and take the mic and we do all sorts of weird things to them, and tried to pull Toby's trousers down the other day.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit.
Was it yours? I can't remember. It's getting a bit silly now. It
started as an innocent joke, and now it's one-upmanship at every show. We're trying to outdo each other, and it's going to end in tears. So come along to a show. You never know what's going to happen.
Just think, by the end of the 2019 tour, that you and Toby just stood there, probably starkers, with just your guitar covering your modesty.
Well, you've even got the crew in on it now. I think a few weeks ago, Dave was stood in the wing. I thought, what's he doing? He's got a towel. And he's there, and I thought it was, I don't know, something going on, and then it was actually to go on my head. They put a dirty old rag on my head.
It had been cleaned that week.
Oh, okay.
It might have been the week before. Anyway.
So yeah, that's my P-bass.
I nearly used my thing too soon then.
Careful with that.
Careful.
Whoa!
We've entered the 60s.
We have indeed.
Yes.
So this is a mid 90s. I think it's a 95, 96. So yeah, Epiphone Casino.
I was amazed when I first picked that up how light it is. It doesn't weigh anything.
Well, it's completely hollow. The Casino as a model is a completely hollow guitar. And this was another one that just kind of crept up on me, surprised me. We had a Gibson Es-335 custom shop in the shop years ago. I fell in love with it and never really thought about a full hollow guitar at all, and this thing came in. I was just like, oh man, I need to find £3,000 and buy that guitar, and it didn't happen.
You didn't find it?
I watched it walk out the door, and then a week later this came in. Obviously fraction of the price, but at first I was like, oh no, it's an Epiphone, I don't want it, but it got me. It
sounds great. I mean, you use it on the Chuck Berry as an opening song. Chuck Berry. You even do the Malcolm Young section in AC/DC.
Yeah, it does it's not a Gretsch, but it does a pretty convincing Malcolm Young.
It sounds great. To be honest, really does. It sounds really good. It's one of those guitars that you look at it and you think, oh, that doesn't look much, and then you actually hear it and go,
yeah,
there's a reason they made that.
I keep thinking about upgrading the pickups, because these are the stock pickups. To be honest, the build on it is fantastic. Anyone who knows Epiphone and their history, this is a Korean-made guitar. This was made in the Peerless Guitars factory, who have since gone on to actually manufacture their own guitars. which are in their own right quite well respected guitars. So this is not a Chinese Epiphone, it's a Korean one. And yeah, for a period in time I was thinking about maybe just putting some really nice pickups in it, and that would just kind of finish it off. But to be honest, I've sort of, I don't know, I've just got used to the character of it now. It's obviously it's not my main guitar. I kind of see this like an option guitar. So when I was
going to say, do you use it for anything else outside the show?
I tend to be using Strats and Tellies and things like that just because they're more versatile and easier to work with. Obviously this is full hollow, so if you're doing like a small band gig or something,
you can have problems.
It howls, it really, you know, that doesn't help. But the sound of it, it's just got this character to it. So if I'm doing recording and I need kind of like an option guitar just for some overdubs or something, or just a different flavour, 9 times out of 10 I pick this up and it's like, yeah, that does the job. That does the job.
Brilliant.
And as I'm at pains to point out to our drummer, who loves to rub it in that this is an Epiphone and not a Gibson, I say it's fine because it's a Casino, and a Casino is not a copy.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point.
It's not a
That's
copy.
a good point.
It was a bespoke model to Epiphone. And back in the day when John Lennon and guys like that were playing them, they were a big rival for Gibson. They were probably the big rival.
Yeah.
Gibson won that battle and eventually bought them, but it doesn't matter about that.
Yeah, I've got a few myself. I wish I'd have had the Gibsons, but I've got the Epiphones. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's cool. It's really cool. It's just had a restring last night. I've stuck some new elixirs on there and it's ready to rock.
Nice.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock. Cool. What are we going to rock next?
You tell me. You're using your new tool, aren't you?
Let's find out.
Hey. There we go.
Sorry about that. That's better. Oh, so what's this?
This is my white Strat.
No, I mean this.
Oh, that's a real pick.
It's a Smarty.
That's a real pick.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you shown them what you use?
No.
Phil uses like 0.36mm picks or something ridiculous.
0.6.
0.6. It's just, you know.
I don't know what to say.
Get out. So yeah, this is my white Strat. It is a Mexican road-worn Strat.
I love Mexican Strats.
We know, we do. We have a few on the show.
It's oh no, it's in repair at the minute.
It's not because it's Mexican.
It's because I've played it to death. It's gone in for a new nut.
Right.
So yeah, that's why it's not here.
Yeah, no, I love them. I've got it's not on the show, but I've got a Mexican telly as well, a road-worn telly. I must admit, I know this is sort of controversial, but I'm a sucker for the whole relic thing. For many reasons, not the sort of superficial aging. I mean, I like that. I think old guitars are cool, and I don't have the money to buy like a 60s or a 50s Strat or something. But I'm just an absolute sucker for nitro finish, aged necks.
That looks great.
Yeah, I just like it. I actually bought a new 62 reissue, like fully stock gloss, and I freaked out with it because it was so shiny and so new that I just
the necks don't feel right, do they?
It didn't quite feel right. I don't get on with like lots of lacquer on the neck. The bass, we didn't mention that, but I've sanded down the neck because that had lacquer on it.
I did it with that one, with my Paisley Telecaster. It had there was finish on that I didn't like, so it's just completely down to wood now.
Yeah. I think the finishes on them, I tend to get quite sweaty hands, and obviously we're doing gigs and stuff and it gets hot and sweaty and I just find it gets sticky. But yeah, I bought a new, kind of effectively a new non-relic version of this, and I just couldn't play it. I was so worried of the first ding as well, because it was an expensive guitar. Yet I've got guitars that are more expensive, but because they're slightly knocked or aged, or even if they're pre-owned, I'm not fussy about it. I don't mind putting a ding on it now.
Yeah, that is funny. It's a brand new worn guitar.
Yeah.
So you don't mind. It's like my number one is it's so battered now.
Yeah.
That it's almost like, well, I'll just use that because it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
there's another one on there. Yeah, it's my favourite guitar.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No,
You know?
there's something about that. I probably wouldn't rush out to buy, I know that you can obviously get different degrees of aging, I probably wouldn't rush out to buy like a heavy relic, like really aged. But with this, I mean, some of this now is in fact just my wear. I feel like Fender once said to me, they said that we kind of start it for you,
Yeah.
and then because the process is started,
It
it
carries
kind
on.
of carries on quicker, which I've certainly experienced. But this is it's a little bit mixed up at the moment because, as you'll see with the next guitar, there's a sort of benefit of Fender design guitars. You can really easily swap parts.
You can't
Leo.
just change your Gibson neck, can you?
No, no. So pick up some parts and necks and bridges and all that sort of stuff. My two Strats have been a little bit kind of homogenised and.
So you know the Road One and Relict and all
Yeah.
things like that. Do you reckon they still have as much life in them?
Yeah, I think so.
You
I
do?
think so. Because I don't. Well, I mean, you could say that about a 50s or a 60s guitar, because essentially the finishing, the nitrocellulose, is very similar. And although the finish itself doesn't last that long, as you can see with aged guitars, old guitars, the actual wood and stuff, unless you're a serious like heavy-handed player. Because the other thing I would say is that like poly finishes and other finishes that are not lacquer based, they're actually much better finishes, but they just don't age in the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll never get this kind of wear on a poly finish.
Well, I'll show you quickly. Hang on, look at this.
there you go.
There we go. This is my number one. This is the poly finish.
Yeah.
And this has been played for 30 odd years, 31 years, 32 years.
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, you probably show you a close up of this, but there's no wood wear.
No,
on
it's got chips, and you tend to get little dings
got a
and
big one
maybe
there.
little knocks and stuff like that. But the general kind of aging that you would see on like a 60s Fender or something, you're going to be so hard. I mean, that's got serious miles on it.
Yeah.
And really, there's parts of it that still look new.
Yeah.
Which is the
That's
funny
right.
thing about nitrocellulose. It's not, as far as finishing the guitar is concerned, it's not very good. It's not efficient at all. But there's other aspects, sort of mojo aspects that we like.
It's like the finish on the neck as well. It's still intact.
It's still there.
Yeah. Well, most of it.
Yeah. Whereas this, I mean, this guitar is 2014, and I've probably owned it for 2 or 3 years, and already the neck has changed. The finish has, the wood hasn't. But
Did you sand that at all?
I sand it every now and again. I find that maybe a couple of times a year, just some light grit paper.
Oh, okay.
Because actually, funny enough, satin finishes, when you play them, they go the other way. You kind of polish them up, you buff them up. So after a while, it will start to shine a little bit. Sand it back down, get some fresh wood. So that's that one. But like I say, it's a little bit mixed up with the next
Something
guitar.
that's coming next.
Moment.
I'm going to put this back over here because this next one is rather nice. Do you want to do it? No, I don't know.
I don't know what would happen. You might. Well, let's try it.
No,
let's try it.
I don't want to even go down. But maybe later.
Okay.
I think you should do that.
We'll do that at the end.
I've had a few days working with this.
Okay.
Whoa!
You're getting good at that.
It's all in the.
In whatever that is. Anyway,
It's Monday.
so yeah, this is my other Strat. No prizes for guessing what we use this for.
Is it for shadows?
I think you're right, mate. Yeah, that's oh no.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not. That's a stunning guitar. It really is. I love that guitar.
Yeah, this is the one, I guess. This is the kind of Strat that I fell for when it came in the shop. I was like, just blown away. Obviously, it didn't have this. This pickguard is actually borrowed from Mr. Toby James.
It is because Toby has actually got. I Actually, we did a gear rundown, a guitar rundown anyway, on Toby's gear, and I don't think that's on that. I think we got it more recently. But yeah, Toby's bought a Strat, and it's a Stevie Ray Vaughan signature Strat. It's very nice, but it's not relict or anything like that, and it came with that pick guard. And we do a Stevie Ray Vaughan section in the show now, and you do that section, don't you? And you had that guitar, and Toby obviously didn't want he just bought a normal black scratch plate for it.
He uses his Stevie Strat in the show as well for something else, doesn't he?
He uses it on Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Or maybe it's just a backup or something. It's a great Strat.
He does use it a bit, doesn't he? Definitely uses it on Jeff Beck. But yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. But I mean, that is that looks the business, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is it is an interesting guitar. Like I say, at the moment, the pickups that are in here are actually from the white Strat.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, it sounds cool. It sounds great. These have got a little bit more bite to them. The custom shop pickups that were in this guitar, I put in the white Strat for something else, and it kind of works. Toby's pick guard, but it's a 1964 limited edition NAMM show guitar. So it was plastered everywhere with limited edition up here. So every time Fender go to the NAMM show, the custom shop make, I don't know, a handful of models that are kind of bespoke for that show, and they're kind of showing off guitars. So they could be new and jazzy and glittery, or they could be something relict and old like this.
So what pick guard was on it?
Mint green. In fact, that is the pick guard.
Oh, is it?
From this guitar.
Oh, okay.
Because it just looks a lot more authentic than the Mexican one that came with that.
Right.
Even the pick guards are different. The custom shop pick guards are a notch up.
Yeah. So you've got nearly 2 custom shops there.
Kind of, yeah. I like that about Fenders. I've just got to remember where all the bits are, so that if I ever need to, I can put them back together.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've got bits that haven't quite gone back in there in the drawer at home. But yeah, you can mix it up, mix and match. But it's a 1964 NAMM show limited edition in what they call 3-colour chocolate sunburst. Any guesses as to why it's called chocolate sunburst?
Because it's not black on the edges.
Correct.
Because it looks like chocolate.
I was trying to hide that. It's black on the front, but brown on the sides.
Okay.
I think to sort of emulate some of the way that the particular finish in that era would age.
Oh.
You see different lacquers from different periods aging in different ways, like 1960 bursts. They called those tomato soup bursts because the red dye was different to 59. The red dye in a late 1960 burst doesn't fade the same. They stay very red.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
tip for you there.
If you want to know anything, I mean, obviously Lee's worked in Absolute Music for such a long time. You probably know quite a lot about guitars now, don't you?
If you need to know anything, send emails to Phil, and he'll be glad to reply.
Yeah, I'll just forward them on to him.
So yeah, it's a slightly browned edge to it. And it's an ash body, which is where you get that real, it pops out at certain angles, you get a real sort of tiger stripe to it, in front and back. Transition logo, so it's the small headstock, like you'd see on a 50s or an early 60s, but they just went over to the slightly bigger headstock.
That logo. I think that logo looks great on Telecasters.
It's really cool, really cool.
That's
obviously, just before they went over to the big headstocks. Yeah, it's it's a bit of a beast. It's a big old chunky neck and sounds big. It's not the lightest Strat.
All those knocks and chips, were they on it, or have you done a few of those yourself?
Again, same thing. It's not I think it's like a medium relic, and it's 10 years old or so now, and it's been gigged hard. Okay. So some of it was there, but I've definitely put a lot on it.
Yeah.
Like this, for instance, there's all this kind of like thumb wear and aging around here, and there's actually a cymbal slice there from none other than Mr. Alan Barnfield.
You've met Al.
Yeah. So some of the knocks and wear, some of this stuff here, and the buckle rash on the back. Yeah. Once it's on the way, they tend to start aging a bit quicker, I find. But yeah, love it.
Brilliant.
Does the job.
Brilliant.
Does the job.
It sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You'll have to come along and see the show. Storyofguitarheroes.com. We are touring quite a lot this year. and the next year, in fact, we never stop really.
We never stop.
Constant. So yeah, there's. I think, did we count 36 guitars now? Is it?
Yeah, I think it is, because Dave's just got his new acoustic.
Dave's got his new acoustic.
I think that pushed us to 36.
So now we're 36 guitars on the show.
Which is a.
And next year,
logistical.
I'll probably plan to have a few more. But that's next year. Let's not talk about next year. So you've got a YouTube channel, Lee?
I have. And I've forgotten what it is. No, I haven't. No.
We'll put the there you go.
There's nothing much on there at the moment, I would say that. I'm far more active on Instagram and Facebook, and to be honest, that's where we post a lot of show activity. You can see pictures and videos and stuff from what we're up to. So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook.
In the links below.
And yeah, hopefully there'll be some more YouTube-y content in the near future.
There will. So, well, thank you for coming along today.
Thanks, mate.
And Lee's also just gone on to the Line 6 Helix as well.
It's been a good day.
So
it's been a good day.
It's been a good day, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you're using pedals.
At the moment, I have
and Blues Junior.
Yeah, my sort of I am a bit of a pedal fiend. I like pedals and amps and all that sort of stuff. But as I'm sure Phil said before, there's just no way the show could work like that. We're doing too much, and seeing your Helix and Toby's Helix in action on the show just totally sold it to me. It's amazing. So up until now I've been on the Pod HD, haven't I?
Yeah, HD 500X.
Yeah, which has been great, but I've been lusting after a Helix. The amp sounds awesome. So yeah, looking forward to taking my new toy home and seeing what we can dial in.
Definitely.
Well, got a bit of work to do on it.
I think you'll be you'll be indoors for the next week or so doing that, no doubt. But it's a bit of a can of worms. You get in there and you say everything's just so great on it. Now I'm going to use that. Now I'm going to add that. Now I'm going to have this. Oh my God, what's going on? So it's really good. But maybe we'll do a video. I keep getting asked for tones. How can we download your tones and patches and things like that? Bear with us. I'm not ignoring anybody. We are endorsed by Line 6 and Yamaha, and we're in talks about doing something a bit more official, should I say, rather than just saying have this patch. So don't know when that's going to happen, but like I say, anybody who's been saying, oh, can I have these patches, and I'm not fobbing anybody off, we're just trying to do it so it's official and proper.
A proper job.
Trying to do it proper job. So thanks very much for watching, and we will see you on the road. We'll see you at a show. We will see you on YouTube.
Yes. See you out there.
Yeah. So do you want to do the last one?
The last one.
Give me the guitar.
Oh, okay. How's it work?
You got to get this action.
This action.
Yeah. You get it. Okay.
You ready?
Go for it.
Here we go.
What have you done? What have you done?
How do I undo it?
Just... Oh, God.
I don't like the dark.
Try it again.
Right, ready?
We're still here. We're supposed to have the...
Yeah.
If you want a job, do it yourself. See you next time.